Okay, this little alley right here, it's called a Beco. And it's called Becos das Galinhas, which is chickens. It's a Portuguese word for chickens. The Chinese word, if you maybe let me know what that is exactly, I can translate it later. But at the moment, I just recognize the Portuguese word for chickens. So this little alley is probably where they had a bunch of little chickens for sale and businesses related to it. And this is actually kind of an interesting street alley because it goes right to Rua de Felicidade, which is a historic area for the sing-song girls and the opium dens and the nightlife historically. And it's right, I can see people walking down that street at the end of that street. But we're also going to show off some other stuff. This is Alfandega is near here, and this is Gamboa. So Gamboa, this just leads down to where the water was. So this would have been, we're a little bit uphill now, and then it goes down towards where the historic port used to be, where all the sailors and such would come into Macau, or anybody coming off the boats. We're going to also explore this little Beco right there. And then we're also, before we start our street, we're also going to go up a little bit and just kind of show you this Filipino street up here that also leads up to some churches way up there as well. But this is going to be our focus, so this is going to be our highlighted one. But I just like to give some context to the streets as well. So just stay tuned, and then we're going to walk down Beco das Galinhas Chicken Alley. Hey, check it out, Macau 2023. Check out some more streets. Hey, Chicken Alley. So I'm going to tell you about all this stuff in a moment. Before we go down, I just want to go up. And we're just going to go up into this little Beco as well. So these Becos are little alleys, and then they kind of give you some nice context to stuff. And up here we can get a better vantage point as well. Now you can also see all the apartments directly across. That's our little Target street right down that way. And then you can also see some things down this way, including Pinoy Street Barbecue and Food Shop. So down that way it's kind of a Filipino commercial district area. And that's going to be our alley of historic chicken shops. Before we go down, I just want to go up. That's kind of cool. I think that just goes into an apartment building right down that way, so I'm not going to go into it since it's not our target street anyways. But I did kind of want to just give you a context of this little chicken street. So historically that would have been just an alley, right? But now you have so much more because of the way things have been built and designed. So that's actually called that street. And then if we go up that way, it's also the same street. This is a Beco. And then the I think it's called a Hua up above. Let me just see. That's going to be our target street in a moment, but we're just going to go up. And then we got, this is also kind of a tourist area as well. So you got like pork chop buns right here. This is Rua do Gamboa. And then this particular street, there's a historic newspaper house up the street a little bit. But this whole street has a lot of Filipino businesses in particular. Let's go down it real quick and kind of walk by some of the cars, bakeries. So that one's hello. Hello. Okay, kind of cool. So I think that one, I just see that's I think this one there's like Filipino. So I think these are all like Filipino shops. I think I was gonna interview them, but I think they're at work, so I won't bother them. But basically all these shops have Filipino shops all the way down, including down this direction as well. And then they'll basically set up businesses everywhere. I'm not gonna kind of getting away from my Target Street. But you can also see this one. So there's all these different Filipino shops. This one as well, and there's a few other ones, including this one, which is Anak, which sells bread. That one right there. So that one has Anak. There's pork chop bun as well. And then you got more down here as well. So we got Market 17, Tindahang Filipino. That one is Bao Bao. So that one I'm not 100% sure. Yo-Yo, there's another one. And basically what we're gonna do in a minute is we're gonna go down our Target Street, and our Target Street is connected to this one. And I'm gonna focus on that right now. So this is called Rua de Felicidade. This is where the historic sing-song girls used to be, all the entertainment. So this would be the area that they would have been at historically. So that means they would be in these houses and they would entertain men when they'd come off the ships and the boats. And this was the place that they would do that. Our Target Street's just behind me, it's on the other side. So the temple in here. I love all the writing. And our Galinhas is right here, in case you're wondering. We basically went around it, but it's fun to give all the context to it so that it's kind of understood in the proper context. So Beco das Galinhas, which would look out over here. So imagine that. So this would be all the entertainment district. Lots of people would be going up and down here. They'd be going in and out of entertainment district. And then right off this alley you would have chickens. Galinhas. So I can't guarantee that there was chickens. Maybe it was in the originally and then it keep metamorphosizing. I just have no idea. But there are a lot of streets here in Macau that are, you know, they're like rope making street, you know, like this, whatever specialty there was in that area, that's what they would call them. They'd name the street after that. So I think this one was Galinhas. And it would be interesting to know if the Chinese word was the same. Because if it is, oh, that's interesting. This is a pension house right here. This looks like the Mandarin house, the design of it. That's kind of interesting, little house right there, right? Yeah, it looks like the Mandarin house, but much smaller. The Mandarin house is huge, but it's a tourist attraction here. Actually, they should have. Oh, this is I think that's Indonesian. Sitoi Fatim. Actually, I'm not sure. Maybe not. Yummy Queen. So we're gonna come up to the roof, to the main spot in a second. Let's go on up. So now we're back up at our Target Street. By the way, up there, there's way up there is St. Augustine Square. If you go up top to the top, and that's where a nice theater is up there. And then if you go down, this also goes down towards the camera just went off. So that's the Beco das Galinhas. Just real quick, this is I just wanted to add that just to give the full context. But down here is also Sunsun Park. I have some viewers that really like that particular street. And you also have all these other little alleys as well that are worthy of exploring. And I just want to end down here because there's some really cool artwork right here where this trash bin is at. And it's just down the street as well. And it's right there. And I think that's kind of new. I don't recall seeing that before. So anyways, we'll add all that onto Galinhas, Chicken Street. And so the chicken street was right up there. So we'll just end it right there as well. Hey, check it out Macau 2023. Check out some more streets.